Kendrick Lamar just did the unthinkable. In a moment that shook the entire city of London, the Grand National Tour wasn't just a concert.
What we doing? Nigga, what? Hey, yo. Hey. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. I wanna be with. I wanna be with you.
Became a cultural earthquake. Fans weren't just crying, they were collapsing. Security couldn't contain the crowd's energy. And when Kendrick dropped Not Like Us Live at the O2, felt like time stopped. People screamed like they were witnessing history in the making. And honestly, they were. The crowd didn't just cheer, they erupted, shaking the arena to its foundation. UK artists, hip-hop royalty, and even Kendrick's enemies were watching from the shadows because what happened that night? It might have just sealed his fate as the greatest to ever do it. But here's where it gets even wilder. A viral backstage leak, caught just hours before the show, suggests Kendrick had a secret a hidden message that nitrogen monoxide expected him to reveal. A jab, a farewell, or a warning to his rivals. This wasn't just a performance. This was a statement. A line in the sand. So the question is, did Kendrick Lamar just become untouchable? Or did he spark something much, much bigger? Let's break it all down. And trust me, you're not ready for what happened next to understand the full gravity of what Kendrick Lamar just pulled off in London. You have to rewind the clock. Because this wasn't just another stop on the Grand National Tour. This was a reckoning, a climax that's been quietly building for over a decade. Let's go back 2012, when a Compton kid dropped Good Kid, My AD City. The rap game shifted, labels trembled. Fans finally felt something real again. Kendrick wasn't chasing radio play, he was building a movement, and London was one of the first cities outside the US that fully embraced his vision. Even back then, Brixton, Shoreditch, Hackney, they were bumpin' swimming pools and backseat freestyle, like they were coded scriptures. But things didn't stay calm for long. As Kendrick's star exploded, so did the expectations. To Pimp a Butterfly dropped and critics crowned him the voice of a generation. But with greatness comes enemies. In America, Drake tried to box him in with slick bars and passive-aggressive features. Across the pond, the UK rap scene, fierce and territorial, watched him carefully. Was he just another US export? Or was he the real thing? Fast forward to 2024, and Kendrick drops GNX. That album didn't just break streaming records, broke people's minds. Complex flows, dark beats, personal shots, and most importantly, the sense that Kendrick was done playing nice and still. Through all the chaos, through the beef with Drake, the whispered feuds with J. Cole, the rumors about label fallouts, there was always London. London was watching, waiting, and loyal. So, when the Grand National Tour was announced, fans prayed for a London date. And when it was confirmed that Kendrick would headline the legendary O2 Arena not once, but 2 nights in a row, tickets vanished in seconds. Resale prices shot through the roof. Verified fan lists crashed. People were flying in from Spain, France, even New York, just to witness the moment. But what made this show different? What turned this concert into a possible career-defining moment? It wasn't just the music. It was the mood. See, Kendrick didn't promote the London show like the others. No interviews, no pre-show teasers, no social media hype. But there were leaks days before the show. An anonymous post appeared on Reddit claiming Kendrick's London performance will be the one people talk about forever. This ain't just a concert, it's a statement. Nobody took it seriously till fans started spotting mysterious black trucks with TDE logos parked around London. And then, A billboard appeared in East London. Plain black background. One word. Nothing was the same. Hold up. That's Drake's album title, and just like that, tremors ignited. Was Kendrick about to respond? Was this the final act in a beef that's been simmering since Control? By the time the first night of the show arrived, the entire city was on. Edge scalpers were being chased down in the streets. Fans were lining up from 4 a.m. Metro stations were jammed. Even local police issued a warning about crowd control around the venue. It was like something big was about to go down. Everyone felt it, and Kendrick. Oh, he was quiet. Not a tweet, not a story, not a single preview of the SETLEs. Just a heavy, calculated silence. Because he knew this wasn't about performing. Anymore, this was about proving. Proving that after everything, after Drake's Billboard reign, after the viral diss wars, after critics questioned his silence, Kendrick Lamar was still the king. So when that first beat dropped inside the O2, it wasn't music, it was war drums. But we're just getting started, ... because what happened midway through the set changed everything, and the crowd's reaction. They weren't ready. You won't be either. The lights cut. The crowd held their breath. For a moment, it was pitch black inside the O2 arena. Then suddenly, single spotlight hit center stage. Kendrick stood there, cloaked in all black, no chains, no hype men. Just him, a mic, and 20,000 people watching in complete silence. Then BOOM, the heart part 6 inches, hit the speakers. Wait, what? That track wasn't on GNX, it wasn't even announced. This was a brand new, unreleased diss track. From the first bar, you could tell. This wasn't just about music anymore. This was personal. I seen a boy wearin' Ova beg for my verse. I turned him down kindly. Didn't want him hurt. But now I see the thirst. I see the fake work. So I'm back in London just to drop him in the dirt. The crowd lost it. People were screaming, fainting, climbing over seats. Security rushed to calm down the front row. Some fans were even crying, realizing they were witnessing something historic. It wasn't just about Drake. Kendrick was going for everyone. He called out media puppets, corporate labels, and streaming frauds. And just when the beat dropped, for the second verse, the LED screens behind him lit up with an animated owl. Burning in flames, you could hear the gasp echo across the entire arena. That's when Kendrick paused, looked into the camera, and said, loud and clear, "This ain't Canada. This is hip-hop." Boom! The arena exploded. But here's where it gets even wilder. As the crowd erupted, a drone flew overhead. Most thought it was part of the show, but then it zoomed down to the center of the stage and dropped a sealed envelope. At Kendrick's feet, he bent down slowly, picked it up, ripped it open. Tay, projected behind him in massive letters, was a single line. OVO offered £1.2 million to block gang in the UK. What? Fans were stunned. This was a bombshell accusation. Kendrick was claiming right there, live on stage, that Drake's team tried to sabotage his album rollout in the UK using backdoor deals and label politics. And then Kendrick said the words that made this night go viral instantly. "I don't need your gatekeepers. I brought the key." And just like that, he dropped the mic. Not figuratively, literally. The beat cut off. The screen went dark. For a few seconds, it was complete chaos. People were shouting in disbelief. Twitter exploded. Fans in the arena started yelling, "K. exposed him," over and over. News outlets began reporting from the lobby. Even BBC Radio 1 interrupted their usual programming to mention the alleged sabotage live on air. And that wasn't the only drama unfolding. Backstage, a now-deleted Instagram story was posted by a UK rapper affiliated with Drake's circle. The blurry clip showed a tense moment, someone yelling. He said, "What about the label?" and a table being flipped. Sources claimed that industry execs had flown in from Toronto and were watching the performance from the VIP booth. When the diss track hit, they rushed out. One insider leaked they weren't expecting him to go that hard. They thought he'd keep it subtle. But Kendrick didn't come to be subtle. He came to set fire to the entire narrative. And when he returned to the stage after the chaos, after letting the crowd sit in that tension, he dropped an unreleased visual for a track called Untouchable. The video featured edited clips of major rap moments. Drake getting booed at Camp Flog Gnaw, a deepfake of Kendrick standing on a Toronto skyline with an owl's shadow falling behind him, a crowd of masked dancers stomping on a scorpion. Under a red moon, footage from Kendrick's past shows in Paris, Berlin, Johannesburg, and Tokyo, all with the caption, "I never needed your invite." The message was loud and clear. Kendrick wasn't asking for a seat at the table. He built his own. But as fans tried to recover from what they just witnessed, something else happened. A video clip from earlier, the day before the show even started, was suddenly leaked online. It showed Kendrick in a private meeting room at a London studio. With him, Stormzy Dave, Little Sims, and Giggs, UK hip-hop royalty. The audio was low, but one line came through clearly. "Tonight, we change how they see us forever. No more borders." So now, the rumors began flying. Was Kendrick about to launch a global movement? Was this the beginning of Kendrick plus UK rap alliance to push American dominance aside? Whatever it was working. The UK crowd had never seen anything like it. By the time Kendrick performed Not Like Us, the roof was practically lifting off the O2. People were standing on their seats. Cameras were everywhere. Even the arena staff stopped working just to witness it. But the most emotional moment of the night came when Kendrick looked out at the crowd, visibly overwhelmed, and said, "They tried to block me from y'all, but y'all still showed up. That's why I'll always show out." He didn't need pyrotechnics. He didn't need celebrity guests. He had truth, and the crowd could feel it. But just when fans thought the chaos was over, Kendrick dropped one final track, and what he said in that song, it made people question everything they thought they knew about the beef. Because it wasn't aimed at Drake anymore, it was aimed at someone else. And what Kendrick revealed might just be the biggest twist of them all. Just when the arena thought it had caught its breath, Kendrick Lamar dropped a track Nitrogen Monoxide One Saw. Coming, this wasn't another jab at Drake. This wasn't aimed at the charts. This was aimed at J. Cole. Yes, J. Cole. As the haunting beat of a brand new, unreleased track rolled in low, slow, gritty, Kendrick stepped forward, his voice cutting like a blade through the roar of the crowd. "You said it was all love, but your silence spoke louder. I was in the fire. Where were you in that hour?" What? The room froze. Was Kendrick implying that Cole, who many fans believed was neutral in the Drake-Kendrick war, had actually been playing both sides? Then came the lyric that triggered a complete meltdown on social media. "You sat at the table with vultures and smiled while I was getting hunted in front of the crowd." A clear accusation, a betrayal. Kendrick wasn't just hurt, he was furious. And in that moment, the entire internet snapped. Twitter, X exploded. YouTube reactors scrambled to go live. TikTok lit up with real-time crowd footage captioned, "Kendrick just called out Cole bro. What?" Even the Shade Room posted, "Did Kendrick just call J. Cole a snake? Live in London?" No. Here's the twist. Hours after Kendrick's set ended, a Twitter thread went viral from someone claiming to be a former Dreamville assistant. Y'all don't know the half of it. Kendrick tried to include Cole in Not Like Us, but Cole passed. Thought it was too risky. Kendrick felt abandoned. Facts. The tweet got 60,000 plus retweets in 2 hours. Then another twist. A leaked DM surfaced. Supposedly between Kendrick's producer and a TDE team member. Screenshot caption: Cole sat down with Drake in Toronto 3 weeks before the diss dropped. Found out the same week. It's been quiet since, but tonight was the snap. Let's be clear, none of this was confirmed, but the damage was done. Kendrick hadn't even mentioned Cole's name outright, but the implication was stronger than any headline. The real genius. Kendrick weaponized the mystery. He knew the internet would connect the dots, and the dots painted a picture of betrayal, fake brotherhood, and industry politics gone wrong. Meanwhile, fans were digging deeper. Clips began resurfacing of Cole on stage earlier in the year when he said, "This rap stuff getting too petty." Some of us forgot the mission. Back then, people took it as a general statement. But now, fans believed it was a subtle shot at Kendrick for taking things too far with "Not Like Us." So Kendrick's new lyric was interpreted as his response. "You called it petty. I called it prophecy." Brew, the way the crowd reacted. Pure madness. Even celebrities watching from the VIP area looked shook. UK rapper Dave was caught on a fan's IG Live saying to Stormzy, "He really went there. He really said it." But there was one more shocker coming. Right after that track ended, Kendrick walked off stage, only to come back holding a phone. He turned it around and played a pre-recorded video message from none other than Andre 3000. What? The crowd was confused for a second until Andre's calm voice came through the speakers. This moment right here is rare. A truth moment. A purge. I see a lot of egos getting checked right now. Reminds me of why we started this in the first place. Then Kendrick stepped forward and said, "Some of y'all forgot what this culture was built on. I didn't." It was a declaration Kendrick was no longer just clapping back at rivals. He was calling out the industry itself for what it had become, and fans ate up Reddit threads titled, "Kendrick is about to go full 2-pack on the game. The industry is rigged and K-Dot's exposing a T. Cole. Drake, who's next?" Back on Twitter, celebrities started reacting. Missy Elliott tweeted, "That wasn't a concert. That was a moment." Joey Bada $$ wrote, "Really? Gave London a classic. Real hip-hop." But one post sent fans spiraling. J. Cole's official account tweeted, then quickly deleted. Wow, okay then, that's it. Just 3 words, but it was enough. People immediately started screen recording. Theories flew. Was it frustration? A warning? A sign that the Cole-Kendrick Cold War was now fully hot. Fully hot. And then came the final blow. A video began circulating recorded hours before the concert of Kendrick backstage, speaking directly into a camera. They gone try to twist this. Say I'm bitter. Say I'm lonely. Say I'm angry. But I'm just free. And some folks hate to see a free man speak the truth. He then turned away from the camera and said to someone off screen, "Tell Dave to be ready. I ain't done." Who is Dave? Obviously Dave from the UK, but ready for what? Is there a joint project coming? A global takedown of the American rap hierarchy? Or is Kendrick about to unleash an entirely new wave of international artists, backed by truth, rage, and no allegiance to the old system? Nobody knows, but one thing's for sure. This drama just leveled up, and Kendrick Lamar, he's not pulling punches anymore. The moment Kendrick stepped off that stage in London, the world caught fire. We're talking total meltdown. Every platform, every continent, every corner of the culture, and the reactions. Unfiltered, divisive, explosive. Let's start with Twitter. X where #Kendrick in London, #UntouchableLive, and #Cole sided with Drake were trending worldwide within minutes. 1. Viral tweet read: Drake's PR team woke up in a cold sweat. Cole just lost his halo. Kendrick's London set is already top 5 shows in hip-hop history. Another user posted, Kendrick just dropped the cleanest nuke ever. No features, no theatrics, just bars and truth. This wasn't a concert, was a murder scene. But not everyone was cheering. A verified account tied to an OVO insider claimed, Kendrick's twisting facts ain't no sabotage. He just mad we's still topping charts. To which a Kendrick stan fired back, y'all topping charts, Kendrick's topping legacies. Meanwhile, the UK music scene stood completely still. Artists like Little Sims, Gets, and Wretch32 started resharing clips from the show, adding emojis and cryptic quotes like, "You felt that in your bones." Not just rap. It was a sermon. He spoke what others only dared whisper. Even Stormzy, who rarely speaks out on rap drama, has posted a black screen to his IG story with the caption, "Respect the architect." But then came the real twist. DJ Academics went live that night and said, "I got word from inside. Dreamville J. Cole's camp is heated. They thought Kendrick wouldn't name drop, but now, all gloves are OFF." And during that same stream, Academics read an alleged text live on air from someone in the industry. Cole's about to respond. He already in the studio. Don't be surprised if a 2-pack drops by morning. Fans lost it. We getting Cole vs Kendrick for real. I waited 10 years for this. This finna be bigger than Jay-Z versus Nas. Back to Instagram celebrities. Began chiming in. Rihanna liked a clip of Kendrick performing Untouchable and followed the fan page that posted it. SCA went live briefly and was asked in the comments, "What's your take on Kendrick's message tonight?" She smiled, said, "You already know," then logged off. People read everything into that, but the most viral moment came from a TikTok post by a fan inside the O2. They filmed a grown man, probably late, 40 sobbing uncontrollably during Kendrick's performance. Caption, "My dad said he hasn't cried like this since Tupac died." Real tears. The video hit 12 million views in 6 hours. That's how deep the performance went. It wasn't just hip-hop heads reacting either. BBC News, CNN, and even Rolling Stone. UK ran emergency segments with headlines like, "Kendrick's London set just rewrote hip-hop's playbook," "Industry disruption," or "Personal meltdown." Kendrick Lamar breaks silence in O2 firestorm. Why everyone's asking, is J. Cole a snake or a peacemaker? Then came the industry side. Several execs, anonymously quoted by Variety, said Kendrick's calling out something we've ignored too long. The safe rappers, the fake peace, the chart manipulation, it's all under the spotlight now. Another insider hinted at serious label tension brewing. You'll see a shift soon. Some deals are getting pulled. Some alliances shattered. Meanwhile, Spotify UK's rap editorial team replaced all top playlist covers with Kendrick's London concert shot and promoted GNX's deluxe edition front and center. That might sound minor, but in the music biz, that's war and the fans. They're now split into 3 fierce camps. Team Kendrick. He's the last real one left. The rest sold out. Team Cole Kendrick just made up a beef for clout. Cole always stayed true. Team Drake. They all look pressed. Drake already won. He's too far ahead. And they're going at each other non-stop in comment sections. Reddit threads. YouTube live streams. One popular comment under a live stream summed it up. This ain't about bars anymore. This is about truth versus brand, real versus industry. And Kendrick just lit the match. But amidst all the noise, a mysterious post appeared on Kendrick's fan forum. London was just the beginning. Next stop, something no one's ready for. Watch the skies. That's it. No name. No context. But it was pinned by a verified TDE moderator. And suddenly, everyone started wondering, is Kendrick about to drop a visual album? A world collab project? Or is this the start of a global rebellion against the industry gatekeepers? No answers yet, but one thing is crystal clear. The world isn't done talking about London. And Kendrick? He's not done shaking the game, just when the world thought it had seen everything Kendrick Lamar had to offer in London. He vanished, literally, after that earth-shattering performance. Kendrick canceled all scheduled press interviews, deleted his last 3 Instagram posts, and didn't say a single word online. No thank you message, no London, I love you. No cryptic tweet, nothing. He just disappeared. And that silence, it hit louder than any bar. Now here's where it gets insane. Less than 24 hours after the London show, a mysterious video file began circulating through private Discord servers, Reddit threads, and encrypted Telegram groups. File name: GNT_bloodoath-final.mp4. It was immediately taken down from several platforms, but not before thousands of fans grabbed it. And what it allegedly showed: a dimly lit room, a man face blurred reading what sounds like an oath. Behind him, a large projection screen showing Kendrick's face. Frozen mid-dash performance. In the background, faint audio of The Heart Part 6 playing in reverse. Then, the man looks up and says, "This isn't the end. It's the cleanse. The ones who stayed silent will be exposed." And then it cuts. No outro, no watermark, no label. That's when the theories exploded. Some said Kendrick is forming a new underground Collective Shadow League of Artists, ready to dismantle the entire rap industry from the inside. Others claimed this was just Kendrick leaning deeper into his visual storytelling, teasing a short film or concept album. But one theory stood out more than any other. A leaked screenshot allegedly from a high-level TDE group chat showed this message. He warned them in Portugal, told them again in Glasgow. But London was the purge. And now, he's headed east. That one line, "he's headed east," sent fans into a frenzy. Where's east? Where's east? Berlin? Tokyo? The Middle East? Is he going spiritual, political, or darker? Some believe Kendrick is staging an artistic disappearing act, leaving the mainstream behind for good, and building something that can't be charted, bought, or banned. But others believe something much bigger is coming. And then came the final spark. A grainy photo appeared online, showing Kendrick in a London train station late at night, hood up, face half covered. The image caption: "On his way to the underground? Not the tube. The truth." Within minutes, #whereas Kendrick was trending, #1. All of this was happening while Drake remained dead silent, and Cole. Still nothing, not a verse, not a tweet. Not even a public appearance. And THAT silence now feels like a response of its own. Meanwhile, Kendrick's inner circle has locked down. TDE staff are declining all interviews. His DJ has gone off-grid. Even Dave, who was spotted with Kendrick before the show, has gone quiet. It's as if something's brewing. Something that makes everything we've seen so far The Heart Part 6. Not like Us, the London diss, the visual threats look like just the opening act, because here's the question that nobody has an answer for yet. If Kendrick Lamar just gave London the greatest hip-hop show of all time, was it his farewell, or was it the beginning of war? And if it's war, who's next? Who? Are you still breathing after all that? Because what Kendrick Lamar just did in London wasn't just a concert, it was a reckoning, a warning shot, a global shift in the balance of hip-hop power. He tore through the ode like a storm. He dragged secrets into the light. He shattered silence, exposed fake alliances, and called out giants by name, or, sometimes by what they refuse to say. But now the world's watching, and the silence from Drake and J. Cole, it's louder than ever, and Kendrick's sudden disappearance. That might just be the biggest move of all. So now it's on you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Kendrick calling out J. Cole directly? Are fans reaching? Did Drake's team really try to block the UK rollout of G and X? Do you believe Kendrick is building a new underground movement? And be honest, is he untouchable now? Or is this just the calm before an even bigger explosion? Like if you think this performance just rewrote history, share if you believe. The industry is shaking behind closed doors. Subscribe if you're ready for the next chapter, because whatever Kendrick does next, we're covering it the second it drops, and trust rumors are already flying about an unannounced secret show in the Middle East. A joint project with Dave, and even a visual album that'll never hit streaming platforms. So turn on those notifications, because Kendrick Lamar didn't just perform in London. He made the world stop and listen. And now, the whole game's on edge. Stay tuned. The truth's just getting started.